What's up, yo? The wind blew me in, but I'm here today. Once again, welcome to That Part Talk Show, y'all. It's Thursday. I'm so excited for this weekend. We got the Rock and Roll Marathon. I'm so excited to be a part of this. I've seen it, I've heard about it, and now I actually get to be there live on stage. Saturday, it's going to be a 5K run downtown. I'll be on one of the stages at the finish line. Look for your girl DJ Miss V DJing. And then Sunday, I'll be closer to like Mandolin Bay stage. And that's going to be a 10K run. So I'm super excited about that. Shout out to everybody who's coming out. Shout out to SP Entertainment for allowing me to be a part of this, along with the girls on Fremont Street. So it's going to be very exciting. I'm so happy. Also, coming up March 4th and 5th, is the Las Vegas West Coast Trade Show, Barber and Beauty Trade Show. It's going to be fun. If you guys want to be a part of it, if you guys are barbers or beauticians or have any vendors, like any kind of vending that you guys want to share your small business with, hit up LV Trade Show on Instagram. Get your booth in so that way you guys can help promote your stuff. And then come party with me the night before. We're going to have a sneaker ball. So it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be at the Paris, one of the Paris ballrooms. So I'm really excited about that. And then we have so many cool guests coming up for the next 2 months. I'm so excited. Next week, I'm going to do a live therapy session. I've been talking about it for the last month, and I'm so scared, you guys. But the reason why I want to do this is because I know a lot of people are very skeptical about therapy. And I know we all kind of need it in our own way, to each their own. So I want to be able to give you guys an experience of what it's like. And then hopefully you guys can decide for yourselves whether you want to do it or not, or if it's beneficial to you. Today, we have a very special guest. She's getting ready right now. We got to make sure she's superstar ready. And before we get into her, we're going to go into this song, Just Vibe. No, I lied. Torrian Ball, Peace of Mind. I love this song. Torrian Ball has been amazing on Instagram. You guys should go check him out. Very influential. A great lyricist. Has been really getting a message across with relationships in general. And I really love the way he gives his message about how he feels and the things he thinks and the things he's learning about relationships and growing within himself. And he does it in a very lyrical way, and it's amazing. And this is one of his songs. It's a little bit older, but it's called Peace of Mind, Torrian Ball.
Yeah.
Afraid of love more than I'm scared of death. Cause I'd rather die alone than end up sharing flesh. I tried to pour into your cup, but I just made a mess. Why would I settle for less if I gave you my best? I want somebody that don't ever wanna be my ex. A real queen to bring me peace when I'm feeling stressed. That'll get on their hands and knees and show me that I'm blessed. I ain't talking about sex, I wanna pray together. Cause I'm from a generation that ain't stay together. That be quick to run astray soon as they lay together. We all grew up convinced that love ain't forever. And IG always showing us it's something better. Picture me trusting someone in this day and age, when morals don't mean shit if you ain't getting paid. She rather fuck me for the clout and this expensive chain than worry about my whereabouts if I feel the same. I got a heart full of love, but it's filled with pain. That pussy good, but it will not keep me entertained. I ain't nothing like them players that you used to date. I'ma put you on game and show you how it's played.
I know you think love is blind, no, but it's more than dollar signs, oh, yeah. Girl, be patient, it takes time, oh. Tell me, can you give me peace of mind, oh? You got something money can't buy. Tell me, can you give me peace of mind, oh? Girl, you're like clarity. With you, I would be the better me. I'll give you all of me if you should fall. Believe I got you, yes I do. You're all I'm needing. You're air I'm breathing. I just need you, yeah. So fine, you're my peace of mind. I know you think love is blind, no, more than dollar signs. Oh, yeah, yeah. Girl, be patient, it takes time. Oh, tell me, can you give me peace of mind? Oh, you got something money can't buy. Tell me, can you give me peace of mind? Oh,
All right. Yes, Torrian Ball. Make sure y'all go check him out. Follow him. Show him some love and support. But right now, let's focus on my guest, Miss Rita Lim, everybody. I'm so excited.
How are you, girl?
Sorry, let me stay on this side. Let me stay in the picture because Con's going to get mad at me. Man, I'm so excited to have you because you're just such a breath of fresh air from, not to say anything about my other guests, but, you know, you're just so much more different. And, you know, I let me give the lowdown real quick. So I went to a S bar. My brother was DJing, and they were having a little jam session with D flat major and Sky Diva. And this girl came up, took the mic, and blew me away. Aww. I was so shocked because I didn't even think that sound would come out of you. Aww. And you killed it. I love it also because my mom and my dad are big Sade fans. So when you started singing it, I was just like, oh, it took me back. And I was just like, who is this lady? What is your name? And where can I find you? You were amazing.
Well, thank you so much, Miss V. Of course, I was so happy that we met that day.
Yeah.
And I'm more of a mood singer. I do a lot of songs that create moods. So I'm really gravitates towards something like Sade or that's what my show is all about, usually songs that make people feel. Yeah. So we have a mutual friends, D flat major, who is also work with a bassist for Enrique Iglesias.
Yeah.
And he's with Sky DeMille, of course, our friends, who's headliner in town. And I happened to be one of her guests that day. So I'm so glad that we met that day.
I know.
Yeah.
And you, oh man, I just like, you took me somewhere and I was just like in my own little world. And I was like, this is so amazing. I saw some of your fans there too. They were like, you got to go see her at Tuscany. And I was like, okay. And I told my mom, I was like, we got to go see this lady. She's amazing. And I love live singers out here. And, you know, you don't find a lot of really good ones, only because a lot of bands are more formed out here. So when you find gems like you, it's like, I just like, you know what? I got to have you on the show. People need to know about you. So let's start from the beginning.
Yes.
How did you're from California? I'm
from LA, but
Okay.
I moved here a long time ago. And pretty much I've been singing here in Vegas quite 12 years by now. I'm all over town, but I'm glad that we finally connect, you know? So like sometimes we've been in town, but just haven't crossed paths. So I'm glad that the music brings good people together. And I'm just so glad that I met someone like you.
Right.
So, but yeah, I'm pretty much have performed all over town. I currently at the Tuscany Hotel every Sunday night. So if you miss me or you want to come see me, I have me and my band. I mean, I have my band that back me up there from 7 to 10:30 every Sunday night. I have a weekly thing there for a long time. And also, I'm headlining all over town. I have a jazz thing coming up at, I think it's April 1st at one of the park in town, front of the city's park. I think if you go on my website, which is ritalim.com, you will see all my schedule and my calendar. But my weekly thing, every Sunday you can find me at Tuscany. Every Monday, I'm at a place called Prosecco. It's a little Italian joint in Henderson, and that's 6 to 9. And I have a show coming up, actually, on, if you may allow me to talk about it. On March 16, I'm paying tribute to a wonderful singer, Natalie Cole.
Ooh.
And, you know, she's one of my heroes, and I invited a lot of my great top singers in town to be part of that cast. So it's going to be, it's a wonderful jazz room called The Gambit in Henderson. And all information is probably going to be available on my website, or maybe you can share for me. It's at ritalim.com, which is my name, RITALIM.com. And the tickets is available now. And if you love Natalie Cole, she has amazing, amazing music, and I think you would enjoy it.
Definitely. My personal reflection of Natalie Cole. Oh, there you go, right there. Miss You Like Crazy. Tribute to music of Natalie Cole, Rita Lim,
right.
with special guest singers.
Well, the special guest singers, am I allowed to talk about it real
Of
fast?
course, yeah.
Well, Miss Linda Woodson's also, she's a recording artist and also #1 dermatologist in our city. If you Google her, she's one of my besties. Ashley Fuller is also a headliner in town. She's at the Tuscany every Wednesday night. She was a lead singer of Jubilee, and she's also performed all over town, one of the best. Ryan Baker is also a recording artist and also do a lot of standards tribute to jazz, and he's all over town. And Melanie Moore is also a jazz recording artist. So this is a great, I like collaborate with people because, you know, it's we can unite together because we're music bring friendship like us together.
Definitely. Yeah, like I was saying, Natalie Cole, I'm sorry, for my quinceañera, me and my dad we're going to do kind of like the Nat King Cole and Natalie Cole Unforgettable version.
Yes.
And ever since then, I had been a fan of Natalie Cole.
I would love to have you there, actually, if you can.
I need to be there. Yeah. No, I've been wanting to come see you, but with my schedule, it's just, you know, but, you know, entertainers, how we are.
Of course, I do. I understand. Well, this show, I just wanted to do tribute to her because, you know, since her passing, I don't think that many people really, truly honored her the way she needed to be portrayed. Even the Grammy, I don't think they give a big shout out so much, and she was such a legend, an icon that I think that I would just want to do my part to honor her and her legacy.
Definitely, and as you should. You know, I feel like everybody should honor the people who, you know, really influenced them. Right. Yeah, definitely. So how did you get started into music? Where did you find your voice?
You know, I was one of those that born aware that I know my purpose. So I was a natural born singer, I guess. I started very young. At 11 years old, I performed. I was born in LA, but my family has a business in Asia because I'm with my Asian descendant. So I started my career in many countries in Asia as a singing in the hotels and all of that before I moved back here. So and about 13 years ago, I recorded an album and released so people in Vegas noticed, and all the people in Vegas, the community had embraced me, and the rest is history. And
wow, 13.
I'm active here in Miami, and here I go out to Miami a lot.
Wow, coast to coast. Yeah. Okay, I'm telling y'all, she's the real deal here. I had seen that you had won the 2016 PN Las Vegas.
It was a Vegas, you know, award for people contributing here. So I was lucky that I was chosen to be one of the artists that they honored.
Nice. What was the award for?
For artists who contribute in Vegas. Like, not only me, there's many people that day was nominated, and I got the award that year.
Nice. Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah.
So, there was something else. Okay, The Secret of Life.
Oh.
I actually got to take a listen to it earlier today.
Oh, sweet.
And it was amazing. It's you on an album.
I appreciate it.
What was the inspiration behind it?
Well, Secret of Life is actually a cover, believe it or not. It's not a very, very famous hit the Billboard charts, but it was composed by the great James Taylor. He's a legend, and I gravitate towards lyrics about life, I'm very spiritual, and I read people energy, like how we connected on that night, you know. So if you pay attention to a lot of my songs that I choose to perform, is usually have a message, because I just feel like great lyrics, you know, bring people together. And The Secret of Life is one of those songs that the lyrics speaking of life, that we shouldn't take our loved one for granted, or taking just spread love, light, and kindness. That's all that matters.
Amazing. Yeah. So let's go into your newest single, and then we'll come back for more. Go ahead and introduce it. Take your time.
Yeah, I actually have a song came out last year in April, I think. So a new one's about to come out, actually. I have a new one about to come out in a month, you know, probably debut in a month from now on one of the station, 91.5. But this one came out last year. It's a song about positivity. Again, it's a cover. It's a cover of a great band, Yellow Jacket members, and a singer named Marilyn Scott, a great composer. And I'm lucky that my musical director and my other half is a great world-class producer, David Siegel, who had composed Whatever You Like. I don't know if you know, for TJ, and also many songs for Celine Dion, for Enrique Iglesias. Wow. So he did a lot, and I'm lucky that we're collaborating. And it's a great positive song. So check it out. Put my name in and smile.
There you go, Rita Lim.
Yeah.
smile. I like your smile. Your eyes, they smile. I like your smile. Your eyes. I like your eyes. Your eyes, they smile. I like your eyes. Nothing makes me happy like you do. Fresh air that flows right through. You soothe this tired old soul. It's a blessing that I sing. It's in your smile, sitting here in front of me. You have a certain personality, and if I wait a while, I know I'll fall in love with your smile. I like your smile. Your eyes, they smile. I like your smile. Your eyes. I like your eyes. Your eyes, they smile. I like your eyes. It makes me wanna pull out a book and read poems about your look. Send roses to your address. I must confess, there's nothing but your eyes. Here, right here now, I make a plan to look into your heart and hands, just to get you in view. It's in your smile, sitting here in front of me. You have a certain personality, and if I wait a while, it's in your smile. It's in your smile. It's in your smile. It's in your smile. All because I need your smile.
Yeah, if you're not smiling after that, I don't know what's wrong with you.
Thank you.
So a lot of questions I ask singers, or a question I ask a lot of singers, is about your experience in this industry, because it could be cutthroat for some, it could be easy for others. What has been your experience at such a young age, especially across different countries?
Well, both. Before I get into that, may I just give a quick shout out?
Course,
I think
of
only in
course.
that single on the guitar was a Latin Grammy Award winner. Camilo Valendia was playing guitar in that one, and he's in Miami.
Nice.
So I just want to make sure I give a shout out. Sometimes you forget to acknowledge
No,
people.
of course.
But anyway, thanks for allowing me to. Yeah, but you know, just like in every industry, I think be it entertainment, be it any business, you will always encounter people that is cutthroat or not so pleasant, because everything is very competitive in every industry. But I think we don't have the power to change the outsider. So my wisdom for myself, like through the years, is I just do everything in my best ability to share people my light and what I believe and spread that energy out. So I find that a lot of time when you do enough good karma to others, it tend to help you in the long run and build the reputation that no matter where you go, people embrace you, just like how we met. We never been friends, prior to this, and we just connect and we read off each other's energy, and you invited me. So this is an example. So I think this answers everything for that.
Nice, nice. And then you also said that your other half is also in the industry.
Yes, I'm lucky that met someone who's about 6 years ago we met, and he's a keyboardist. He's my music director. He's also a world-class producer. As I mentioned, he produced Escape for Enrique Iglesias. He composed that. Also, Whatever You Like for T.I. And he's one of very few producer and artists who cross from jazz, Latin, and hip-hop. So I'm very proud of him.
That's so cool.
His name is David Siegel, my other half.
Shout out to the other half.
You will meet him one day.
How do you guys both juggle that being in the industry? Because I've heard from certain couples in the industry that some people would prefer it. Some people prefer to have somebody out of the industry. How do you guys juggle that?
Of course, we have our moments.
As everybody does.
On stage. Sometimes we're agree to disagree. Those kind of moments sometimes. But I think to me it's more of an advantage because before I met him, I was married for many, many years and from people who are not in the industry. And I find that people in the industry may have a little bit more understanding because as you yourself, as a female, we sometimes have admirers. We need a person who be with us has to be very secure with one another because we constantly have to be talking to people. So I think having someone in the industry, they understand the nature of our jobs, that we have to be kind and be friendly to others. So I think it helps a lot.
Interesting. That's so cool that he does a lot of your directing.
Yeah, he does. And I direct him too.
Oh, you're like, at home? I definitely direct.
It's a mutual thing.
She said, let's get that straight.
It's an equal partnership.
Right. Who has the last word?
Us.
Just making sure. I'm just making sure. Okay, so you were talking about how you have a way of putting yourself out there. A way for people to see, a way to put certain energy out there. What is it that you want people to know about you when they think of Rita Lim?
Oh, God, tough questions. Well, I think I never put a thought or anything much to it, but I think I would like people to remember me as someone that I want people to feel comfortable when they come to see me. I want them to feel like a sense of unity of coming when you attend my show. I want you to feel welcome. I want you to, when you listen to my music, I want it to be, I think I'm a healer. I like to heal others. So I think to answer you, most of my musics are about healing. So I gravitate a lot towards someone like Sade, artists like Sade, because when you listen to her music, it's very healing. Put you in a certain mood, right? If you're gonna have a hard day or you have a stressful day, and I think that's what I want people to feel when they think of me.
When they think of you.
Yeah.
A healer.
A supplements.
Okay. And when people do come to your show, what can they expect to be wowed by? What's your wow?
Oh, God. What another tough question. I'm a soft singer. I'm not a belter. So a lot of time it's very hard to describe. But people who come to see me, they all leave the room happy. Because in my show, you will probably get to hear everything from jazz standards to top 40s. I'm a jack of all trade, master of almost master of a little bit of everything. But you will come, you expect to dance, you expect to have a great time, and expect to feel something. Because a lot of my songs, when I do a show, I want you to feel something before you leave the room. Every night I will always pick a song that really touch you. Yeah.
That was going to be my next question. How do you figure out, I guess, what mood you want to set for that venue or that audience?
Great questions. Different venues that I perform has a different audience. So like for instance, when I was at the S Bar, I picked songs that every age group will love. I think that day I was singing No Ordinary Love, Sweetest Taboo, and Rock With You. And
yeah. Oh, yeah. And then I started dancing.
So these are songs that pretty much everybody can relate to. But when I am in a jazz club, I do mostly jazz standards. Like I have pretty big repertoire, not because amazing or anything, but it just from I have a lot of experience, been performing for a long time. So I pretty much have pretty big repertoire. So I pretty much sing everything from the early 1920s. But my repertoire stopped at, well, I used to stop at the year 2000, early 2000-ish. But my
sense.
musical director, since I venture out to Miami, I realized that I have to stay current a little bit. And since my other half really into produce a lot of current music, so he said, Rita, you cannot just stop at that. So then, of course, now I'm proud to say that my repertoire now increased to 2022.
Nice. I mean, I completely understand because I try not to even listen to music past 2000 because it's just so different. You know what I mean? So I understand, but definitely have
But
to.
I do the weekends. You can call I sing the weekends. I
that's
sing
probably...
Doja Cat.
Ooh, okay.
I do.
I gotta hear this.
I sing Doja Cat. I do Say So. I do Kiss Me More.
I can see that.
But in a cute Asian American interpretation.
In your way.
in
your way. What is your favorite genre to do? Do you have any go-tos?
Yes, I do. If I have to choose and only listen to one genre and perform most, I would say the late 70s to mid 80s. I think that's pretty much our American songbook, like song from our that been neglected a little bit, because I think people either go older to the Sinatra jazz generations or the newer one, and I feel like there's many amazing artists around the late 70s to mid 80s and early 90s that we haven't really embrace it too much on the radio. So I'm doing my best. It's my passion to really do a lot of that in my show. That when you come, you're going to be like, oh, I haven't heard that in a long time. So come out and hang with me at the Tuscany Sunday nights, 7 to 10:30. I think you're going to find a few songs that you guys will love.
And is it more like the 70s, 80s soul? Or
I do everything, actually.
Everything.
I do from, you can name from Minnie Riperton to Luther Vandross to the Carpenters. I covered everything. So I'm pretty much a jack of all trades. So because I like so many varieties of music, I love soul music a lot. And I also love the great Kenny Loggins or like a lot of Anita Baker is one of my heroes. So you can hear songs like that when you come to see me.
Nice.
Yeah.
There you are. Hey. Sunday, 7 p.m.
Sunday night, when you drive past Tuscany, you see my little quick flash marquee, which, I'm very proud of that one, not just for being egotistical of being like, oh, that's my marquee on the building.
Right.
But I'm very proud as a minority. I feel like, for my Asian American group, and especially after pandemic, it made me even more, I feel like I should, I make my community proud.
Definitely. Did COVID really affect?
Well, truthfully, truthful speaking, of course, I dealt with a lot of misunderstanding of my race, a lot during that time, a little bit, which is, but, we had that and everything. I don't even want to speak negative about it, but I have my fair share of being discriminated against because of my, my nationality or my background, but I'm all American. I was born and raised in Los Angeles, but I am proud to be an Asian American, just like Latin American. I mean, we're all Americans.
Right.
My goal is I wish one day of our kids' generation, which is already, I'm actually proud of the young generation where we all feel like we're all one, and we've always been. I mean, our countries are so great. That's why United States are built on all of us together, so with
one
different
big melting
backgrounds.
pot.
Yes, and I'm proud of that.
Yeah, and I think as the generations go on, because everybody is really like mixing together and the races are mixed together to create this new generation. I think that's where the it's not so, what's the word, I can't think of the word, I guess racist
judgmental,
or you know what I mean, stuff like that. So I think it's really cool that everyone's, because I asked my daughter that too, like do you guys talk about that? Do you guys? No, she's like, we don't care, Mom. We're just all kids.
True.
And she's 12, so I'm like,
it's true. I have
so
children
it's really
too.
cool.
Yeah.
Oh, you have kids?
Stepchildren through my other half, of course. I'm a stepmom.
What do they think about you being a singer? They're used to it with their dad, but
they look up to me. I'm lucky that they're great, they're wonderful. But I ask them the same thing. It seems like they're I think they're the new generation. Really look past colors, and we're all one color of kindness.
Right.
The same thing. All of us are in the same country, and we're human race on the same plane.
Definitely.
planet Earth. So
right, exactly. We're just all
we
humans.
should love one another. That's right. And I think we're lucky. I think we're in a time where everybody's embrace one another. I think this is a great time. If you really, truly, of course, there's some bad apples in every generation, but at the current time, I think we like each other.
Right.
Wherever
For the
we
most
go.
part.
Most part.
I think we all are starting to figure out that we need each other.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's not necessarily against, we're not all against each other.
I think we embrace each other differences. Come from the Latin culture, from Asian, from Caucasian culture. I mean, I think we're all bring the best of our gift, and melting into one country. And I think it's a beautiful thing.
I think so too. I think if we continue to keep doing this, and it's up to us. We are the parents of the next generation.
That's right.
Our parents taught us, and we can just little by little, generation by generation, keep it going. What is something, a goal of yours that you feel like is on the top of your list that you really want to do as a person and then as a singer?
As a person, I think I would like to, even though I'm speaking so nice about this and that, but I'm still human. Sometimes I get hurt easily because when you're by nature, I'm an empath. A lot of time you feel other people's energy so quickly, you absorb sometimes their negativity, or sometimes sometimes I tell myself that I don't expect others to treat me good the way I treated them, but I will be lying, of course.
Right.
That when someone mistreated you, you get hurt. I think my goal is I wanted to enlighten myself to the point where I truly don't care when some bad people hurt my feeling, or things like that. But I want to be a better human one day that can look past negativity when someone do something bad to you, and you'd be like, let's forgive them for real.
Right.
Sometimes I don't forgive them.
Which at the end of the day, like you said, is really hard to do because you are human and you do have feelings.
Yeah, I do. Yeah. And for my career, I think I would love to, since now I have a few music out on the platform, I think one day, of course, I enjoy performing for my city and stuff. I think I would like to get out more. The pandemic stopped me a lot from traveling. I don't like to travel much. I guess I would love to one day truly get to bring my performance, to different countries as well. Perhaps visit South America,
right?
And different area that I've never been. I only pretty much been to Asia and here. I would love to visit South America or Europe, or bring my music there in Africa, for instance.
Do you sing any other
languages?
Languages?
I do sing Con los años que me quedan. I sing Mi Tierra. I sing I sing Spanish. I sing Brazilian. I sing Portuguese. I sing in many Asian languages, and but my favorite is when I sing Spanish or French or English. But I think I love I love Latin music a lot because the Spanish and Portuguese language is so beautiful, especially in the music. It just take you to places,
right? And then just being so passionate in the way you sing,
a passionate language. I love that. You're right.
It is. It just rolls off the tongue sometimes.
Exactly, the R and the chord changes, the chord structures of Latin music. It's just so beautiful. Specifically Cuban music that I love. When I hear it, just always touch my heart.
I've never really listened to Cuban music. That's different.
Yeah, it's really nice. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to expand my
May I ask your background?
I'm Mexican American.
Oh, well, I love that. Just sing a lot of stuff.
But I was raised around a lot of soulful. So even though I do have a Mexican background, I didn't really listen to a lot of Mexican music. I listened to a lot of more soul R&B.
Well, you're like me. I listen to everything.
In country.
You know what, though? Music is such a universal language. That's why I have a hard time when people ask me, what type of singer are you? Because I like all kinds of music. I like countries. I like R&B. I like jazz. I like Latin. I like everything.
Right.
So as long as it's good music and it's positive, if they have a good message to it,
of course.
I listen to everything. I love rap. Like, was it great, LL Cool J rap, the old schools, or anything would have good message. I love it.
Do you rap as well?
I don't have that ability. Usually when I
sing... You can sing in other languages. You could do a little rap.
I could a little bit, but it doesn't come out right. So I just, I don't touch things that I just leave it to other people who do it well.
You got to have your other half come out with
when I sing Doja Cat, when I sing those Kiss Me More, and when it gets to the rap part, I said, Dave, play the keyboard solo.
Cue the solo.
Cue the solo.
That's funny. We gotta hear you rap. We gotta hear you rap one day.
Yeah.
We'll put that on your list.
You
on
know
your
what, though?
bucket
I
list.
should learn.
Why not? Just a little.
Well,
you could even do it a poetic way. It doesn't necessarily have to be a
Yeah.
rapping.
Well, I'm more of a slow. My vibe is very slow and mellow, and I admire people who can rap because you have to think so fast. It's such an amazing art form. I admire rappers. They're like you have to be like so fast and know all the words, and it's amazing.
Do you also write any music?
This is one thing that I feel like so lack is I can't write music. I can't write. I mean, I'm not creative enough when it comes to create something new when it comes to lyrics wise. Even though I have a lot of information, but I have a gift of interpret and selling the lyrics that it's already there, but make it my own. I am a very authentic artist, and I'm very proud of that. So when I do a cover, I pretty much bring Rita Lim stamps. I put my Rita Lim stamps to it.
Yeah, definitely.
So I try not to really copy what the original artist was, but I just interpret the lyrics that is already there and do it my way, and share it to others. Right. So I think I have my part of my contribution to the music. That's what I do.
Definitely. I was going to ask you something about the empath, because I can relate to that a lot.
You are an empath for sure. I can tell.
Yeah. I mean, why do you say that? I'm curious to say.
Empath is people who are sensitive to others' energy. We're caring. We're very nurtured by our. You can't taught someone to be an empath, or it's not a positive or negative thing.
Right.
Like you can be. I think it's come from empathy. Like you have the ability to feel others. Like I can just see in your eyes. I can't. I don't think I can truly explain, but I can just look at. I'm sure you have the same gift. You can look at people's eyes and you can say, "Hey, you're a good person." Like I have that gift. Like usually I'm not that wrong about people so much. I look at them and I feel like. You can just sense if you have a bad day or you're going through some tough time, you may not tell me, but I probably sense that energy. So if you are an empath, you can sense other people's energy. And especially being a musician, you are an entertainer yourself. So we were born with that gift to sense other people's energy.
Do you ever feel that, because I know you said you wanted to do, as far as like goals with that, as far as being able to kind of like control that more. Mm-hmm. Does it ever feel draining to you? Do you ever feel the negative side of things
Absolutely.
a lot?
It's a blessing and a curse. To have a gift as an empath to be able to read others so well, it's a blessing that you're aware so much, but the curse is you aware too much and then you internalize things, and sometimes if you don't shut it off, you feel like sometimes I feel like it's my responsibility to save this person, that person, and then it's not. Like sometimes I have to, I'm reminding you too, that sometimes that, hey, you're doing your best, but you cannot go too further out to, if it's like really started to hurt you, then I slowly learn to put a stop. Slowly learning.
Right, slowly learning. It's an ongoing process.
But because when you love, it could be someone that we care about, and whoever that we care about in our life, and they're going through a hard time, and you see how to fix it for them, but they don't see it. I think all you can do is to guide them or be an example for them, and it's up to them whether they're going to take that information and help themselves or not. But I guess as an empath, my advice to you, if you are an empath too, is just to do your best to know when to shut it down a little bit, so then you can have time for yourself too. Because if not, you'll be like worry about this person helping that person.
I mean, I feel that. Yeah, I mean, I've known from a very early age that I really related to when you said a healer. Yeah. Along the same path, I always felt like I was a helper.
Yes.
I feel like
you and I are the same kind of people. If we have $100 left, and we see someone that really, really need it, we will probably give them that 30, and we'll figure it out later on 40. That's so
funny. I literally just did that the other day.
and we go figure it out later on how to make the money back.
That's so funny. Oh, man. You're just like blowing my mind right now, because it's just like confirmation of things I've been feeling and things I've been going through recently, and it's just really good to hear somebody who relates to that and can understand that. So
I don't believe in coincidence. I think we're met for a reason, and a lot of time, being born Buddhist, I know that we're in my belief system, we don't meet coincidentally. So for instance, I'm come here to fulfill a certain path. Like I connect with you to maybe to just say this to you, or
Right.
for you to say, for you to say this to me as well, to validate our feelings. So
Right.
thank you for inviting me for to do
Likewise.
this. Yeah.
Okay, so since you said Buddhist, I want to have I have a question for you because a lot of people have never heard this before. Have you ever heard the word Dharma?
Yes, of course.
Can you explain it in the way you've
Okay.
the way you've learned?
Dharma is pretty much a Sanskrit Bali language. Sanskrit and Bali is an old, ancient Indian language, which they don't speak now anymore in India. So it's like an old language that they use 2,000s of years ago. So the people who learn and study it now is actually only the monk or people who truly practice it in the temple. But Dharma is nature and natural, but Dharma alone is actually pretty much is Buddhist Bible. So, but in the Buddhist religion it's a religion of science, pretty much of nature. It teaches you Dharma is things that it's supposed to be, like a natural thing that it will always rain. The sun will shine tomorrow. That's Dharma. Like practice the energy in the Buddhist belief system is the energy don't die, so it just transformed. So pretty much you transform into different energy. So that's Dharma. Like for instance, if I explain it in my way of understanding, like before cell phone exists, all these energy, the signal has been existed since the planet was born, the same time. But we just when it's the right time and the right component that align at the same time when the time is right, then the technology came, and to me we are just like a cell phone. We just change. We use the same number, but we just change the cell phone. But the energy's always been there. Always been there. So in the Buddhist culture, the energy just transforms itself. That's all.
That's interesting to me because at a very young age, I kept hearing that word, Dharma, a lot. And I was explaining this the other day to somebody, and I never knew what that meant. And then I kept asking people because I was raised Catholic. I kept asking people, and nobody could tell me what it was. It was like, you mean karma, you mean this. And then
dharmas mean truth. I think it's truth, the absolute truth.
Right.
Wishes mean the law of the universe, the law of the existence. Yeah, that's all.
Interesting.
Yeah, you can be Buddhist and still be a Catholic. Could be anything,
Right.
because Buddhism doesn't stop you from. Because Buddhism is not a religion of belief. It's a religion of understanding. You can be anything. You can, as long as you understand the law of kindness, basically, of enlightening. I think every religions teach all of us. I think we all come from the same source and the same teaching, but it just have a different teacher interpret it different ways. So pretty much, I think it's just religions of kindness. We just have to do goods to others, and that's all that matters.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So, if you could give a message to the people, straight from Rita Lim, all that you've done, all that you've been through, good and bad, what is your message for the world?
I just want people to have more higher tolerance for one another, because we all come from different backgrounds, be it our race, our belief system, or anything. I think we shouldn't, if someone next to you doesn't believe in what you believe, we shouldn't be hating on them. Or I think we should always treat everyone that we encounter with that. If you realize that we all come from the same source and we're all family together, no matter what, and it's the truth, we come from the same source. When you have a deep understanding of that keyword, I think you will change automatically, because you realize that if you do this to you, do good things to others, it's automatically come back to you. And I'm a living proof. Like everything that I have today, I'm quite celebrated in our city. I'm very lucky in that. And that department, I have a lot of people who really treat me well and kind to me. And it's not because it's just because of it's. When you send out certain energy to people, it's automatically, like you can't help it. But unless you really, really have that misunderstanding about the secret of life, and you want to treat others you want to harm others. But I think majority of us, I think each and every one of us want to be good to the core of who we are as a human. Because in Buddhist belief that we're all been born as a human, we were somehow have done good things through aeons of lifetimes. That's why, because it's not easy to be born human. We're lucky to be here.
Right.
And I think we're all just to the core, to the essence of who we are as a person. I think each and every one of us want to be good.
Well, there you go, guys. Be good. Just be good. Be good, and good will come to you. Well, understanding.
To others, and don't judge others too quickly.
And I think that's one thing I started understanding more recently in the recent years is, sometimes I would just get mad, like, why are you like that? You know what I mean?
I'm
like
the same way. I'm not 100%. I have my moments.
And then I started realizing, you know what? It's not their fault.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? At the end of the day, maybe it was because they were raised a certain way. Maybe it's because they were taught a certain way.
But the fact that you have that deep understanding and the compassion towards that person, this is what I just meant, that you're an empath, because you truly not judge them right away. Like when someone did something bad to us or making us mad for whatever reason, you automatically, if you have the ability to sometimes remind yourself, oh, maybe they come from a place of pain. They probably grew up with a very painful child, have a lot of pains in their childhood or trauma. And the fact that if you have that, if you remind yourself, or if you don't, but if you learn to remind yourself that they may come from a place of trauma or hurt, then you start having sympathy towards them, and you will talk to them maybe more kind to them, even though you were mad at them.
Sometimes. I'm working on that.
I am working on it myself. I am not perfect.
That's definitely a work in progress. But I definitely agree. So before we get out of here, I know it went pretty quick.
I had a good time talking to you.
Me too. I think, like you said, I think you definitely taught me some things.
Oh,
and
thank you.
Also confirmed some things for me. So I really appreciate you. Once again, if you want to go ahead and promote where you're at so people can see you.
So since I'm booked in so many places, so I think it's best to go on my website, which is myname.com, ritalim.com, and you check my calendar. Pretty much you're going to see everything. But my weekly thing, that if you really want to see me, I'm at the Tuscany Hotel every Sunday night, 7 to 10:30. On Monday, I am at a place called Prosecco in Henderson, which is 6 to 9 p.m. And usually varies during the week. I'm at different hotels, different jazz rooms and things like that. And just please check my website. And my upcoming one that I know for sure is March 16 at the Gambit. Oh, you guys are the best. By the way, it's a tribute to the great Natalie Cole. Expect to hear great music, and I'm gonna tell you a lot of stories about her life, because she's my hero. So I really listen to her book and study a lot of her background, and I would love to share her legacy and her story on that show. So please come out and see the show. The ticket's on sale right now if you go on that website that you see. And for other shows, I think I have Jazz in the Park coming up on April 1st, I think.
Ooh,
and let me look in the website, I think.
I got to go check that out. I love
jazz.
It's one,
actually, I have it right here. If you may, it's on Bob Baskin Park.
Okay.
I don't know where that is. So it's 2801 West Oakey Boulevard. I think it's on the west side of town, 7 to 8:30, April 1st. So that's going to be Jazz in the Park. I would love to see you there.
Nice.
Yay.
I will put it in my calendar now. I will not be booked for any of these. I'll tell everybody to leave me alone.
No pressure.
And I will make sure. No, actually, definitely the Natalie Cole one. I definitely want to see that. And I love that you're not only just honoring her through music, but also honoring her story as well. So that's something you don't see every day. So I know you just did Olivia Newton-John as well.
I did. I just did it on Monday. And Monday's Dark, we raised $10,000 for Monday's Dark is an event that was produced by Mr. Mark Shinnok at the Space. So if they have show every 2 weeks, and if you guys want to come and see it, sometimes it's great because the ticket sales go to all the charity in town. It's a wonderful program that I'm honored to be part of quite often through the years. So I'm very, very proud of them too. So shout out to Mark Shinnok, and I'm sure we have all the same mutual friends.
I think a few of them, but don't worry, I'll be in there. You'll see me around. This is going to be the last time. And then one more time before we go, any shout outs?
Oh gosh, I would like to shout out to all my supporters and who are always there for me, because without my supporters, there'll be no Rita Lim. So I'm grateful, my gratitude to you for always listen to me, support me, follow me, and most importantly, just be kind to one another so we have a happy, happy society together. That's all
I
that matters.
agree. I agree. Whether you guys go, check her out. You don't want to miss it. Go check her out. Make some time. Make it a date night. Make it a you time. You know, and just if you're feeling overwhelmed, just go sit down and listen to the sounds of Rita Lim.
Yay.
So with that being said, we got my therapy session next week. I'm so excited, but scared at the same time.
What
Talking
kind
about
of therapy?
empath.
Oh. Well, before you go on, I forgot. I have one
Definitely.
shout out. Actually, I want to shout out to Sky Mile and D flat major for connect me to you.
I know.
Because without these two, I would never we would never have met, right?
Shout out,
So,
yes, of course.
yay.
I'm so glad I pulled up to them, on them, and then it would just, it's all happened so perfectly. That whole night just happened so perfectly.
I remember.
Everything about that night was amazing. Yeah, I'm so happy I got to see you. I'm so happy you came. I'm so happy I got to shine a light on you. The world needs to know more about Rita Lim.
Thank you.
Go see her. Tune in next week, next Thursday, 2 p.m. And you can see clips on that part _talk_show. And make sure y'all go follow Miss Rita Lim Music at Rita Lim Music on Instagram, Facebook, all that good
And
stuff.
all platforms.
On
Yeah,
all
you can find me on all
platforms.
platforms anywhere. Pandora, iTunes, everything.
And go stream Smile.
And most importantly, DJ Miss V.
Thank you.
And VegasHype.
So thank you guys so much. Have a great day.
Bye.
Be kind, be safe, and be amazing, y'all.
Yay.
See you next week.
Thank you for having me, you guys.
Yes.
Hope that you're not too far. I hope you're not too far. Alright. Alright. If you tell me you in town, I might just pull up around. Hold tight. Hold tight. Ella está que arde. She's so fuego. She on fire. She more like. Girl, if you're down between the sheets, we can tango all night. Well, alright. I need that again. I need you to rewind. I need you to run it back. I need some more time. I need a rewind, rewind. Rewind, rewind, rewind. I need some more time. I need a rewind.
Quiero otra noche de una aventura y un trago de Genesis. Y haremos cosas que tú me vas a prohibir. Y haré la cosa que no puedes resistir. Yeah. Fumando juca y emprendido por la playa. Quiero comerte que ya no aguanto las ganas. Cuando me baila bajo el sol y la cabana, tú me haces que yo ordene más tragos de la champaña. I swear to God that you're perfect. The way you go back and do the tricks like a circus. I throw a couple stacks and treat you like it's your birthday. The way you move your body's like you're riding in cursive. Ven pa' acá y dale. Ven pa' acá y dale.
Girl, sit back, let's take flight. We smoke blowing on a late night. Then we hit the bed and we take flight. Then we hit the bed and we take off your clothes, no need to cover up, yeah. Way too high to discuss, yeah. How good it feels, you can get enough, yeah. Rewind again, I'm in love, yeah. I would probably throw a stack on that ass. You know I'm straight with the bag. Rapping, stacking, bring the cash in, rewind anyway. I need that again. I need you to rewind. I need you to run it back. I need some more time. I need a rewind, rewind.